First and foremost, let me thank you for watching this video. Your interest in political topics is admirable. But before you go, I'd appreciate it if you would hit the like button. Now, let's get down to business. Where is the money? This is a question that I've been asking for over a year now. And lucky for me, I've actually got an answer. Well, two answers. Yeah, two different answers. But we'll get to that. The image on your screen is the African American Cultural Park in Texas City, Texas. It was dedicated in June of 2019. Around the time of the dedication of this park, I read a newspaper article which stated that the city of Texas City had allocated a budget of $250,000 for the building of this park. But even though the newspaper stated that the budget totaled $250,000, the official city budget reports that are posted on the city's website stated that when the African American Cultural Park was finished, the total cost was only $125,654. So here is where the question, where is the money, came from. Basically, if the budget is $250,000 and you only spend $125,654, what did you do with the remaining $124,346? You know, seems like a fair question to me. You know, what did you do with the money? Why wasn't the full budget spent? Why let half of the funds go to waste? Did anyone in the community even know that this is how the money was spent? I'm just a curious person, and I'm curious about political issues. So several questions immediately came up in my mind. And like I said, after a year of asking the question, I finally got an answer. But I didn't receive one answer to the question. I actually received two different answers. So let me share with you guys the answers that I got, and then we'll go from there. Okay, in total, 3 different people responded to my emails. The first person who responded was District 1 City Commissioner Keith Henry. He responded and he also gave me an answer. Mayor Pro Tem Thelma Bowie also replied to my email and said that she would give me an answer in a few days, but I haven't received that answer yet. Lastly, Mayor Dedrick Johnson replied to my email and he also gave me an answer to my questions. But before we get into the answers, let me clear up a mistake. Even though the newspaper said that the city budget for the park was $250,000, according to the official city records, the city actually created a budget of $225,000. So the $250,000 claim is incorrect. It was actually $225,000. Okay, now that we corrected that, I guess since Keith Henry responded first, I'll give you his answer first. To sum it up, this, what you're looking at on your screen, was a text message that he sent me, Keith Henry, at the end of our conversations to plainly state his answer so that the community would understand what his answer was. He said, simpler way to explain. They spent $125,624 in FY 18-19 and the remaining amount in FY 19-20. What he basically explained to me was that in fiscal year 2018 to 2019, the city spent $125,624 on the park, the African American Cultural Park. The remaining balance of the $225,000, which would have been around $99,376, was then held until the next fiscal year of 2019 to 2020, and then it was spent on the African American Cultural Park like it was budgeted to be. In fact, he suggested that by how the numbers looked, it was possible that the project to build the park was actually over budget. He said he didn't know for sure if they went over budget, but he was sure that they basically spent the entire $225,000 on the park. So I came away from the conversation with the understanding that apparently all of the $225,000 was spent on the park over a 2-year period, and that the project was possibly over budget. I thanked him for taking the time to go over the budget with me and for giving me a detailed explanation. But here's where it gets tricky for us. After speaking with District 1 City Commissioner Keith Henry, I received an email reply from Mayor Dedrick Johnson, and his answer was different. When the mayor emailed me, I'll use this statement to sum up his answer. He said, at the 12/4/2018 commission meeting, City Commission approved ordinance number 18-33, a budget amendment to the general fund for the African American Cultural Park in the amount of $225,000. The actual amount spent was $125,653.76, with the remainder staying in the general fund balance to be available for future general fund expenditures. In summary, the money for the park came from the general fund that the city has for major or important projects. It is very common and even sometimes desired that projects return to us under the projected budget. Now, do you see the difference? The mayor is saying that the park simply came in under budget. He even put the word under in all caps. He also says that under budget is normal and desired. Desired is in all caps as well. So, according to the mayor, the city allocated $225,000 for the park, but the city only spent $125,653.76 total. He goes on to say that the remaining balance of $99,346.24 simply went back into the general fund to be used for anything else that the city sees fit. While the commissioner says that the city spent the entire $225,000 on the park, the mayor is saying that the city only spent $125,653.76. The commissioner said that the project was possibly over budget. The mayor said the project was under budget, and it's common for projects to be under budget and desired for them to be under budget. So, is there $99,346.24 that went back into the general fund from the balance allocated for the building of the African American Cultural Park? Or did the city spend the entire $225,000 on the park? I'm going to reserve my opinion on the matter for now. I would rather create dialogue. Leave a comment and tell me, what do you think? I want to talk to you guys before we move forward.